That is gonna be insane, bro. If he can really create a competitor that can compete with YouTube, TikTok, mainstream media, what other website would you need to use? He could definitely put a big ass dent in their revenue.
Subscribe to this channel. In case you are watching this channel and you have not subscribed.
Tell you, like, think about what Elon is doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Musk. I said, I believe Twitter is going to be $1 trillion company 6 months ago. Okay, and I made a video about it. I said, if this guy buys it, it's going to be $1 trillion company in no time. 3 to 5 years, it's $1 trillion company. You're out of your mind. Scott Galloway, he'll never even buy it. He's bullshitting you guys. You think he's going to buy it? He's just faking it. You guys are idiots, Galloway.
He's so
Professor.
annoying.
When are people gonna stop questioning Elon Musk? Why do people even feel like they can anymore? The motherfucker has done so much in every single aspect, and they think that this social media company is gonna be the straw on the camel's back. And if it is, like, who fucking cares? It's not gonna diminish anything that he's done prior. He's still a genius. To be living at the same time as Elon Musk is literally a blessing. To be able to see the shit that he's doing in real time is like we're literally living in history right now. Or with a lot of things. Whenever I say a lot of things, with like the whole woke culture and the cancel culture and all that, that's gonna be a big lesson in our history whenever we talk about the 2010s to the 2020s. But on the good side, we got Elon Musk, the motherfucker that is making people AIs. He's making round trips to space once a week. He's making rockets that can land. He's making tunnels that can go from California to New York. He's done, like, literally, there's so many different things that he's done, and it's all under a few different companies. The fact that they think Twitter is gonna be the thing that breaks it back is just funny as fuck.
Galloway, yeah, smart.
My wife got her MBA at NYU, and that guy's so fucking annoying.
There's some things he says that's good. There's some things he says you're like,
fuck
what are you talking about?
Schultz, you're not an
dork.
Elon Musk guy?
By the way,
No,
do you know
no,
this guy?
Scott
Do you know this
Galloway.
Galloway guy?
Scott Galloway.
No, he's
NYU.
talking about Galloway.
Gotcha.
He
I don't
was,
know who
by
that
the way,
is.
in that world, he's a god.
Well, he did write that paper about how
Boys and men and all this stuff.
exactly.
Yeah, make money, be in shape, and have sex. Yeah.
And then he got like shit on for it, I think. And then he like apologized on his podcast. I mean, it was just really. Yeah.
It's a little, but anyway, so
But
you
he's
look,
like a deity in that world.
yeah, he is.
in
He
NYU, right?
He's like a Michael
Like the-
Porter guy.
Yeah.
NYU kind of like, I don't know what you would call that. The, what is it? Collegiate intellectual sphere. I think he is.
You know, he had a show on CNN Plus. They crushed it. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, he's killing it right now.
Yeah. It blew up. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, you look at Elon. Elon's not chasing money. Elon's like, hey, I think I can take Twitter to 1 billion active users. Dude, if you take Twitter to 1 billion active users,
$8.
10% pay $8 a month. That's $800 million a month in revenue.
That's sick.
That's $10 billion a year in revenue.
Yeah.
Bro, you don't need any advertising. You tell everybody to screw off. I don't need any of this stuff. Then all of a sudden it's $1 trillion. So the solution,
Not only the whole charging people $8 a month, he's also trying to add long form content into Twitter. He's trying to make it to where even journalists can get paid for what's that shit called? So even journalists can be monetized. That is gonna be insane, bro. If he can really create a competitor that can compete with YouTube, TikTok, mainstream media, what other website would you need to use? He could definitely put a big ass dent in their revenue.
his method of doing it that works so well, he solves for what is my solution, how different's going to be. He goes and gathers intel from everybody. He doesn't come up with all the ideas. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And then all of a sudden he's rich. So, but if you flip it and it's only the money you're chasing, you will slow down.
Could I ask you guys a
Right.
question?
He's not chasing the money. He's there for the ideas. He's there for the better future. Great minds listen.
Do you guys think, Angel, I'm going to ask all you guys, do you guys think his motive for the Twitter takeover was genuinely him going, we can't even talk? Was he a savior for free speech? Obviously, the money's involved, but what do you think his general, like, I think genuinely, like, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I'm not overly religious, but dude, sometimes God just plucks in these little people. Because if it's not for him, you see what it is in China, bro. Regular Americans don't understand. They don't watch what's happening in China, where they're beating the shit out of these people. They have drones spraying chemicals and shit on them. They are. It's horrible over there. It's slowly mind you see what they have with their COVID lockdown shit. This country, I feel, would gladly love, not to go that extreme, but they would love to keep us locked down, make us just depending on the government. Do you guys think that that's what his motive, like Elon's shit is, that he genuinely gives a shit about us and free speech?
I genuinely hope that, but with him saying Christian and shit, I grew up Christian. I'm not really sure what I am anymore. I believe in, I don't really know. That shit fucks with my mind whenever I try to think too deep about it. which is another topic. If you don't want me to make a video on this shit, I will. But if you do believe in Christianity, in the times, there was an antichrist that came before Jesus came back, and it was during all these bad times and this and that, and then the antichrist comes. It's supposed to be someone that's kind of like God, which we're supposed to follow and listen to. Elon Musk is kind of that. Elon Musk is literally trying to make trips to Mars to populate a planet so that in 100 years there will be oxygen, there will be rainfall, there will be wildlife, there will be trees. That's crazy. Whenever he was talking about moving to Mars, I just thought it was like moving to Mars. I didn't know that they literally had shit to where they could make water out of the hydrogen and oxygen, in the air and combine that shit together to make water, which could make a whole ecosystem if you do it enough. That is honestly the coolest thing to think about, is that there could be 2 planets. But scary to think about if you're a Christian, because ain't that like playing God? Like, you're populating a world that you're not supposed to be on, because we're not supposed to leave the planet, because that's the heavens up there. I don't know. That's just whatever actually crossed my mind before. I don't really believe it, but
I think so. I think it's definitely part of it. I don't know what percentage, but I think it's also like buying a Rolex at retail, where it's like, even if you hate it, it's not going down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, he's not gonna lose money on Twitter. If he can figure out spaceships, he can figure out fucking Twitter.
right.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's not like the hardest thing. It's like you have the app where everybody talks. That's where all the news comes out. This is the news. He bought the news.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think he'll figure it out. And I think the more active users, the more money it's gonna generate. Even if he's not charging a monthly subscription, it's like, you want to be on the platform that everybody's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys think though? You guys.
That's another thing that annoys me when people talk about Elon. They always talk about like, oh, well, he's just a billionaire with money. He just hires people. Like, that motherfucker's a self-taught rocket scientist, because whenever he started SpaceX, he didn't even have anybody that wanted to work for SpaceX because they didn't believe in it. So he studied rocket science himself, built his rockets himself, and became a rocket scientist to bring SpaceX onto the map to where now is the biggest space organization across the globe. That's so crazy to even think about. And he's not just going to the outer crust like Jeff Bezos and the Virgin Galactic guy. He's actually going to space.
You guys think the government is going to get involved? Because I know the White House was like, oh, we're looking at it closely. Oh, now because it's somebody that wants free speech, now you guys are all of a sudden worried about shit.
They can only
like they don't
play
care.
these games for 18 months before DeSantis gets in. They're going to
You
be
think he's
miserable
doing it? You
for
think he's
8
doing it?
years.
You get
8 years every day. They're going to have nightmares about DeSantis and Musk.
So with all the craziness taking place, I believe future.
Yeah, it's like the government don't give a fuck. Like, it's so crazy how open they are to just trying to suppress this information. Like, obviously, half of the country's on their side because they're just brainwashed, slave-minded people that just go with whatever the mainstream media says, especially whenever it's talking about people they don't like. But the other half, we see it clear as day. Like, we all are trying to suppress us from getting information, and it's just like nobody cares. That shit annoys the fuck out of me. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of that video. Please give your boy a like. If you got anything to say about the video or anything to suggest about future videos or anything at all, I read every single comment, so let me know. And if you fuck with me, please give me a subscription. With that said, deuces.
I was so far at the bottom, I'm still trying to make it up. Little broke, dirty nigga, but was trying to run it up. And I've been the most hated, I can't make this shit up. Always been an outlaw, really never give a fuck. Mama and my granny always praying for a nigga. Luckily, won't ride with no niggas that I know wouldn't bust for me. Never really care about them niggas who didn't fuck with me, just know.